never liked beach houses. Something about how the wind crawls through the walls, how the sea mist makes everything feel sticky, like the house is sweating. But when my friend Theo invited me to his family's beach house on Cape Cod for a long weekend, I said yes. I was burned out, and I needed the break. The place was beautiful, Victorian style, isolated, with old gray shingles, and a wraparound porch overlooking the dunes. The sun was setting behind it when I arrived. The air smelled like salt and rot. Place has history, Theo said as he carried our bags in. Was built in the 1800s. Used to be a boarding house. Maybe a brothel. Not sure. Haunted? I joked. He didn't answer. The first night was uneventful. Just beer, grilling, and a beach fire. But I couldn't sleep. There was this sound in the walls. Not the wind. Not the creaking wood. This was rhythmic, like something was scratching from underneath. I got up, walked barefoot to the hallway. Cold air kissed my ankles. The wood felt damp. I crouched down and put my ear to the floor. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Then it stopped. I told Theo in the morning. He laughed it off. Rats, he said. Maybe raccoons. Happens all the time, but something about the scratching felt too deliberate. That afternoon, while Theo went into town, I stayed behind to read on the porch. At some point, I heard a thud from inside the house. I thought he was back. I got up and called his name. No answer. I walked back inside. Nothing seemed out of place, but when I walked through the kitchen, I froze. The cellar door was wide open. Now, this thing wasn't a normal basement. It was a black, square hole in the floor with rotting wooden stairs that disappeared into darkness. I didn't go down. I just closed it, locked it, and sat in the living room until Theo got back. When I told him, his smile faded. "That's weird," he said. "There's no wind draft. That door's heavy." He didn't ask if I went down. He just stared at the door for a little too long. Night 2 was worse. I woke up again at 3 a.m. Something about that time always feels wrong in this kind of place. But this time, the sound wasn't scratching. It was breathing. Deep, wet, gurgling breaths. Not in the walls. Under the floorboards. Beneath the bed. I sat up, slowly. The air was ice cold. The room smelled like salt water and mildew. I leaned over the edge of the bed. I don't know why I did that. There was an eye looking back at me through a crack in the floor. Human, bloodshot, and smiling. I swear to God, the skin around it was twitching, like it was trying to smile. I jumped back. There was a muffled laugh. Theo barged in a second later, baseball bat in hand. I told him what I saw. He didn't laugh this time. He just sat on the edge of my bed, hands trembling. "I've seen it too," he whispered. He told me the story at sunrise. His great-grandfather bought the house after returning from the war. One day, he boarded up the cellar and told no one to ever go down there again. When Theo's grandfather was a child, he claimed there was a man living beneath the house. Not a ghost, not a rat, a man. He said the man didn't speak, but smiled through the floorboards. Then, he vanished, just disappeared one night while sleeping in the upstairs bedroom, the same room I was staying in. They never found him. Theo's family stopped visiting, but when his dad passed, the house became his. "I only stay here during the day now," he said, "never at night, until this weekend." We decided to leave that morning. As we packed, Theo went to take one last look at the cellar. I told him not to, but he did anyway. He opened the cellar door and called down. "I know you're there." No response. He shined a flashlight into the blackness. For a second, it looked like nothing. Just wood, dirt, and dust. Then something moved. A figure crawled along the ceiling, upside down like an insect. It had a man's face, but it was wrong. The mouth was too wide, stretched to its ears. Its skin was soaked, gray and bloated like a drowned body. Its fingers were black. Its eyes were red, and I swear to God, they never blinked. It crawled into the light. Then it grinned and whispered, "I like your voice. I'll wear it next." We slammed the door and bolted it shut. We drove away without our bags, without our shoes. We didn't care. Theo sold the house weeks later, but sometimes, at night, he still hears scratching beneath the floor in his new apartment. And 3 nights ago, at exactly 3 a.m., I woke up. There was a crack forming in my floorboards. From beneath it, I heard breathing.